Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time seeing my face, hi, my name is Monica and I post videos on money, travel, and lifestyle. And if you're interested in topics like those, you already know what to do. Be sure to subscribe down below to the channel. Join this community of people who are learning all about the stimulus checks because there is so much happening in the world of stimulus checks. Also, like this video, turn on your post notifications, and without any further ado, let's get into today's video. So today's video, we are really going to be focusing on SSI, Ssdi, payees, VA beneficiaries. We're talking so much about the second stimulus check, and I know a lot of people haven't even gotten their first stimulus check. So right off the bat, I want to say that a lot more of you are going to be seeing your checks on May 20th. The IRS has kind of gotten this schedule going of sending out a lot of payments on Wednesdays. As a lot of you know, the first payment was made April 15th. After that, the next payments started being made on April 22nd, 29th. All of May so far, you've seen people getting checks. The IRS actually put on their website, and SSA put on their website, that more checks were to be direct deposited on May 13th, which is actually just a few weeks after the initial payments were sent out. So as I said, more of you will be receiving checks tomorrow. More of you will be receiving checks on the 27th. SSI recipients who get their payments through direct deposits did start seeing their payments on May 13th. I did receive a lot of comments on May 13th and May 15th that a lot of you did receive your stimulus check. You came back to the video, you said, hey Monica, I got my stimulus check finally. I apologize on behalf of the American government that these payments are taking so long. I feel like VA beneficiaries, SSI people, the people who are the most vulnerable in our society should not be getting their payments last. Now, SSI recipients who normally get their benefits by check will receive it the same way. You will receive it by mail. If you use the non-filers tool and left the bank account information blank, you will also get your payment by mail. So I know a lot of you out there did use the non-filers tool to update your information, and if you chose not to put any information in the bank account portion of the tool, you will get your check by mail. But if you did in fact put your bank account information in there, they will be sending you your check most likely tomorrow or on the 27th. As I said, the dates I did give out in my previous videos have held true. A lot of you did see checks on the 13th, on the 15th. More will see checks on the 20th and the 22nd. They also added this new date of the 27th. I believe by the end of May, a lot of people will have received their checks. The majority of people will have received their checks by the end of May. Now, for anyone who missed the May 5th deadline for the $500 dependent children tax credit, you are still entitled to this payment. I know some of you did receive $1,200 instead of the $1,700 that you were supposed to get, or maybe you didn't receive $500 for each of your dependents because they didn't have the information, or maybe there was a mix-up. You are still going to get that payment. However, you will need to file a 2020 tax return in order to claim the amounts that you did not get in the first round. Now, VA beneficiaries, that's disabled veterans, pension recipients, and survivor benefits recipients. Veterans receiving benefits from the Department of Veterans Affairs for VA disability benefits, pensions, and survivors benefits will be treated the same way as those receiving SS, Ssdi, SSI benefits and do qualify for stimulus checks. For instance, a veteran whose only income is a veteran's disability payment is eligible as long as they are not the dependent of another taxpayer. So action is not required. The check will be coming to you most likely this month. Veterans and their beneficiaries who receive compensation and pension CMP benefit payments from VA will receive a $1,200 economic impact payment with no further action needed. Now, of course, Social Security that do file taxes because they do receive additional income through a pension or other source will receive an economic impact payment based on their latest tax return. Railroad retirement beneficiaries will receive an economic impact payment automatically deposited into their bank account and do not need to take any further action. For those who have qualifying children, they can take the additional steps next year to receive that $500 per qualifying child. Now, for Direct Express card holders, the IRS will pay economic impact payments automatically to the existing Direct Express card accounts of most eligible SSI, Social Security, Veterans, and Railroad Retirement Board recipients. So of course, if you are any of those people and you receive your money on Direct Express, be on the lookout on your card for that payment. Now, I get it. I finally reached unemployment here in New York after being on hold for a whole hour yesterday. Finally received them, finally going to start receiving some back pay for unemployment here in New York. So I'm there with you. I get it. It's annoying having to wait for certain payments that you are due and that, you know, you were told that you would receive. But, you know, I joined a unemployment group on Facebook, and there's thousands of people in there who are having the same problems of weeks and weeks of waiting. But at least with the stimulus checks, they are giving some dates, and they are saying by May you will receive a lot of these payments. Now, I did also get some questions in my comment section about dependents saying, hey, I'm SSI or I'm Ssdi, I'm a VA beneficiary, and my child claims me. Am I eligible for this check? And the answer is no, you are not. If you are claimed as a dependent on anyone's taxes, unfortunately, you are not eligible for the stimulus check. That will change if the HEROES Act is in fact passed in its current form, or some version of the form it's in. You will be able to see some backdated pay, maybe, depending on what the Senate decides upon. But as of right now, if you are dependent on anyone's taxes, you are not eligible for the $1,200 stimulus check. A lot of Ssdi people specifically got the date of May 20th. So as I said earlier, May 20th, a lot more of you will be seeing your checks. I really hope that everyone watching receives their check tomorrow, because it's been a long time coming, and I'm sure a lot of you have bills to pay, food to put on the table. It's very necessary. So that is it. Those are all the updates I have for you right now in terms of SSI, Ssdi, VA beneficiaries. More of you will be seeing your checks on the 20th, the 22nd, the 27th for representative payees. Representative payees are going to see more checks on the 27th. I know also some of you were asking about the HEROES Act and why you haven't received your second stimulus check yet. The HEROES Act has not passed the Senate. As I'm sure you know by now, the House of Representatives passed the HEROES Act on Friday evening. They passed it. Now it goes over to the Senate for the Senate to read through it, make decisions, change things, move things around. If they make any substantial changes to the HEROES Act, they're going to go ahead and pass it back to the House of Representatives. At that time, once the House and the Senate agree upon some version of this bill, it gets sent to the president where he signs it and it becomes law, and then they start rolling out those second wave of stimulus checks. Now, I personally think that they will in fact include stimulus checks. I don't know why they chose the amount of $1,200. They definitely should have chosen more. Even if it's going to be a one-time payment, at least let it be a $2,000 one-time payment. I know here in New York they are starting to open up. Around the country, actually, they are starting to reopen and get things moving. So the Reopen America seems to be the name of the game now, but at least cushion the blow while we're still figuring this whole thing out. And $1,200 is not going to help the American people, so I really do hope that something changes. The only way it can really change is if you all, who are the constituents, reach out to your Congress people and let them know what you want. And if it's that $2,000 stimulus check monthly, if it's that $2,000 once, whatever it is, you as a constituents need to let your representatives know what is important to you, because they are going to Congress to fight for you. Specifically, Senate Republicans apparently are going to tear this bill apart. And if you want to make sure that you keep that stimulus check in there, you need to let your congressional leaders know. So that's the end of the video. I hope it helped. I hope some of these dates at least give you a little comfort knowing that your money is coming. Once again, if you are SSI, Ssdi, VA, anything like that, please put it in the comments down below that you received your money, when you received it, so we can kind of get a timeline of when people are receiving payments, because I get it. We need a little hope that this money is coming. It was supposed to have come since like beginning of May. People started getting checks April 15th. These checks should have been out already, but we're dealing with the IRS, so hopefully they can get it together for the second round of stimulus checks if it does in fact pass. But once again, that's the end of the video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know down in the comments below if this video was helpful for you and what your situation is. And until next time, I'll catch you all in my next video. Bye, guys. Also, if you have not already, be sure to check out the Emergency Money for the People Act. I'll actually leave a link to the petition in my description box, because I think it's important that we still promote this. I think it's important that Congress still knows that this $2,000 monthly stimulus check should be considered. It should be included in whatever negotiations are being made. Obviously, we know the HEROES Act did not include this $2,000 monthly stimulus check, but if we the people continue promoting it and continue telling our congressional leaders that this is what we want and that this is important to us, they have no choice but to join in and be a part of it. So if you are in support of this $2,000 monthly stimulus check, be sure to sign the petition in my description.